guys, so this is Lina Ahmed, the founder of the-Pluggh GH, and this is a video that we're going to compare two different hair types, and then I'm going to teach you guys how to tell the different grades of hair. And we're featuring Tara Hair, official Tara Hair on Instagram, and now she has a new page called Tara Hair on Instagram. So this is her Vietnamese bouncy curl and her Filipino straight. So these are two different grades of hair. So clearly her Filipino is a cheaper grade compared to her Vietnamese hair. So when you have weft, to find out the different grades of hair, there are just a few tricks that I usually do to find out the different tricks of hair. It's not really anything crazy, but it actually makes a difference for when you're picking out hair. Now, before I get into the video, both of these hairs are recommended by me. I would recommend you use hair from Tara because if you've been on my social media, you realize that I've always been recommending her. But why I've been recommending her is because her hair is cheap and cheerful, honestly. It's hair that after a while it might start to tangle, but then for the price that she's selling, it's such a great price that you overlook that. Now these two different types of hair, I haven't tried it. I'm going to try it and review it, but just looking at them, I can tell there's a whole difference between them. Now with the Filipino, when you look at the Filipino, when I'm looking at hair and I want to see if it's a cheaper grade, I just start by twisting it to see flyaways. Now, you on your own can see the amount of flyaways you get just by twisting this hair. This is it all twisted up, and you see the flyaways from this side. Now this is how you can determine when hair is a cheaper grade or not. Then you have this hair, which I feel is a higher grade, and you go all the way down and you barely have flyaways. And when you twist it to the same thing, but when you twisting it, you can see you barely have any flyaways from twisting it. And another thing to look out for when I'm looking for good grades of hair is shedding. So you run your fingers through a few times. Some vendors may not allow you, but if someone would allow you, run your fingers through a few times and you see how the shedding is. So now I'm going to redo this again for you to see step one on how you can tell if it's from one vendor, because when it has different flyaways like that, it should tell you that it's from two different vendors, because when they say it's from two different donors, it's basically everyone cuts their hair. So you want to be able to tell if like the bundle you're buying or the type of hair you're buying is a higher grade. You want it to be from one vendor. So that means all the hair cuticles are aligned in the same direction and they're running down the same length. So they're the same hair length. You don't have different flyaways. So twisting this again, you can see barely any flyaways. And then this, let me get this out of the way. You start from the beginning, and so this off the bat just shows that this hair is not from one vendor. Not one vendor, one donor, sorry. So again, you run your fingers through to see if there's any shedding. Then you go all the way to the ends of the hair to see if the ends are light or thick. That is another thing that you want to see. You want to see if it has split ends, meaning if it's been processed or it's damaged in any way. And then if the ends are thick. Now this, it gets thinner when it gets to the end. Whereas with this, that's a higher grade. From top all the way to bottom, it has the same consistency. So I don't know if you can see it, but sorry if you see me looking down, I'm just looking at my phone. So with the Filipino, she has the 3 bundles that I got, which was 3 bundles of 20 inch and a 20 inch closure. It came up to $390. Then with the Vietnamese bounce curl, 14 inch, I have a 14 inch, 16 inch, and an 18 inch. The 14 inch is $190 CDs. The 16 inch is $230, and the 18 inch is $280. So just from price comparison, you can see that one is clearly a higher grade than the other one. So those are like the 2 price points when you're looking out for hair. Now, if you are new to hair, or you are just trying to buy hair that is cheap, like hair that you can use for a few months, that will last you for a few months, a good 6 to 7 months without seeing visible tangles, I would say you should go for the Filipino straight. Now, if you're looking for an investment, something that will last longer, you should go for the Vietnamese. Now, she has the Vietnamese curl, she has the Vietnamese bounce curl, she has different types of it, so it's not limited to just this type of curl if that is not what you're looking out for. And with this, if I had my way, if I was going to make an investment in hair, I would buy this, because this is something that it's more expensive, and I know that at least it's going to last me a longer time without having any problems. Now, if I wanted something really fast, something that I just need value for my money, that I know that it's not going to give me problems for a few months, I would opt for this option because it's cheaper, and then it would hold for a few months. I have a review that's coming up of Terra hair, her Peruvian body wave hair, which did not give me any problems until after a few months that I started seeing tangles at the nape. I started seeing tangles at the nape. So this is a vendor that I have used her type of hair, so I can actually vouch and say that she sells hair that is at a very good price point for the type of hair you're buying. And I think I've covered. I'm yet to dye this hair to see if it holds the color. Where with this, just with the curl, I can see that it already has its natural curl, so there's not really much that I would do curl wise. This is what I'm actually looking to see if I can lift the color. So I would get back to you on a review when I lift the color. This was just a video for you to be able to tell the 2 different grades that they sell. I don't know the grades. I'm assuming maybe this is an 8, a grade 8, or this is a 9, from just looking at it off, without actually testing out the hair. So these are things that you look out for when you first purchase the hair. The rest of the things, they come along as you're wearing the hair. You have to wear the hair in a few months to be able to tell if you've actually made an investment or not. But the first warning signs that you want to look out for is if it has a lot of flyaways, how the ends look, the bundles, how they are aligned, if it's all aligned in one direction. Those are little things that you can look out for when you're purchasing hair. So again, if you like more videos like this, please like my page, subscribe, and sit back. The plug is here. So thank you very much.